Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I'm talking about 3 signs that I notice and that you'll start to notice of how people are prematurely aging. And there's some good news at the end, actually the middle to the end. So I want to help you with this concern. The anti-aging industry is $1 billion industry, if not $1 trillion by now, through all the different means of trying to slow down the aging process. And we want to age gracefully. It's not that we want to look 20 years old, but we want to look our best. And so this video is here to help you look your absolute best. So stick with me. There's kind of may seem like a lot of information, but I'll sum it up for you and make it easy for you to start getting some better results with your skin. So, are you aging faster than you should be? Many are. But there are 3 signs that signal that you are aging prematurely. But do not worry, you can fix each one of these. You can start to address each one of these signs, and then you can start to get results quite quickly. We can age prematurely by our lifestyle. You can significantly control the rate of cellular rejuvenation. Now, cellular rejuvenation is my specialty before, nutrition, detoxification. But as soon as I hit 40, I was like, okay, what are we going to do here? I want to be living my best life in my 80s, 90s, 100, being independent, doing all the things I love to do. And that's when I started focusing on anti-aging. And obviously the skin in your face is obviously a big part of noticing that you're aging. So our skin genetically has a clock, but epigenetics has proven that we have some control. We can flip the switch on and off by our lifestyle, meaning how we take care of our skin, how we live, what we eat. And then as we get into some of these other lifestyle modifications, you'll see that they have a big impact on how fast that you are aging. So we're talking about the environment around the cell. I'll go into this just for a second here. Epigenetics is a study of how cells control gene activity without changing the DNA sequence. So the cell is responding to the environment that it is in. Epigenetics turns genes on and off just like a light switch. So your cell is kind of sitting there, and then based on what is around it, it will begin to respond. And so as it's responding to the environment that you and me are creating by our lifestyle and what we eat, it is causing the cell to respond in a way that is either flipping the switch on or flipping the switch off. Your epigenetics changes as you age. It does slow down, both as part of normal development and aging, and because of the exposure to environmental factors that happen over the course of your life. So just to let you know, I am an anti-aging naturally expert. I love nutrition, been in nutrition since I was 14 is when I first started studying natural healers. Went on to study detoxification, and that became a big part of helping my patients get in the best health of their life, to restore systems in their body. And it all stemmed from helping cells rejuvenate themselves. Our cells have this innate intelligence that they want to get to the next highest level of health. But a lot of times we get in the way. We get in the way with our lifestyle, our diet, our mental and emotional health, and that has a big impact, as you'll see, on what our cells are doing. So that's what I mean. It's like, yes, you'll see these things are problems, but you also can turn that around, and you have control over how quickly that you're aging to a large degree. So 3 signs that you are aging faster. This kind of reminds me of in chiropractic school, when you start seeing people walk around, you're like, oh, you start noticing their spine, their posture, their gait, and it tells you a lot about someone's health and about their demeanor and their self-esteem. Well, when we look at the face, we can see a lot of things that say, oh, they're aging a little faster than they should be, and there's things that they can do. One is lymphatic buildup. Now, the lymphatic system is getting a lot of press now, so that's a good thing. We want to know about this elimination system that has a great impact on our health. So What is the lymphatic system? It's your sewer system of your body. So cellular waste can build up, and this causes cellular inflammation, the precursor to every single degenerative condition. So when you have a lot of inflammation going on in the body, you are in fact increasing that aging rate. So your lymphatic system, it's responsible for draining the metabolic waste from each and every cell. It removes toxins. It removes excessive fluid. It is part of your immune system. So this includes your face, your skin, and everywhere in your body. And we know that the skin is the third kidney. It is the biggest elimination organ. So when we see things on the skin, we know that the body is purging something. We have something going on. That's why I'm not a big proponent of like putting things on the skin topically. Yes, we can be comfortable and we can do things for that, but where's it coming from? It's coming as an elimination that the body's purging. And so what is the cause is what I'm getting at. So when lymph flow is sluggish, waste products accumulate. This changes the environment around the cell, and this is what causes fast, accelerated aging. So what we need to do is start to help that cellular waste buildup, right? So what we can see on the face is puffiness, fluid retention, dark circles under the eyes, dull sagging skin, and inflamed skin, some redness. So what we can do is hydrate. Obviously, we know this one, but it's distilled water plus minerals. It's not just drinking, having your water jug of even say spring water. We want distilled water with minerals is how the water is actually going to hydrate the cell. If you don't have the minerals, the water cannot get into the cell. Gentle facial massage, rebounding was jumping on a little trampoline, walking, we're creating exercise. The lymphatic system needs you to move in order for it to move waste. So luckily our heart has a heart pump, and so the heart or the blood gets pumped through our system. But the lymphatic system, it relies on you. So we have to get up, we have to move, and rebounding with that beautiful spring. And as soon as you hit that maximum height, there is an opening of vessels, and as soon as you come down, you have this like flushing. I have a thing called jump boots, and I use that to flush my lymphatic system. One time, this has really happened. Actually, it's happened twice. You think I'd learned my lesson once, but I started jumping. I was listening to good music, and I jumped longer than I needed to, or that I should have, and my lymphatic system dumped all these toxins into my body, and I felt like I had the flu. The second time I did it, I was in Charlotte, and I was sick for 3 days. I had jumped for, they say start out with like 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, and you increase gradually. But I think I jumped like 30 minutes. It was just, I was in a mood, ready to work out. But anyways, the lymphatic system is it's like a waste center, moving stuff out through to the kidneys. Lymphatic or lymph nodes are like bigger trash cans that hold that waste. And when you start to rebound, you can start to empty those trash cans too quickly. But when you're walking, you are still, moving that lymph along. Raw fruits and vegetables, due to the pH and the nature, the high fiber, the high hydration of these foods, help to move the lymphatic system. And then also deep breathing, where oxygen is helping the lymph flow. The second sign is posture, hunched over, slumped over. You're compromising the organs. And it's kind of a vicious cycle, they're saying. So if you're used to leaning over, then what happens is these pectoral muscles start to shrink, these in the back start to elongate, and it becomes this natural way of you to sit. And then when you start to sit upright, it becomes like you're lifting weights. You're like, oh, it's tired. So then you go back down. So you really have to start to strengthen those back muscles and remind yourself. This is why I used to tell my patients, I would say, drop your shoulders, bring your shoulders back a little bit and your chest up. It's not that you're sticking your chest out. There's a big difference. It's not chest out. It's just chest upright. So, oh, I'm sorry. There's three things. Three things. I said that wrong. But you drop your shoulders, you bring your chest up, and you bring your abs in. So the abs are supporting and helping bring that spine upright. So three things. Drop your shoulders, bring your chest up, and bring your abs in. And that is just a quick run through of getting your posture right. But what we want to do is start to get the posture right so we're not shrinking in height, which is really also a decrease in water content in your disc between your spine. There's disc in between each vertebra. And when you start to shrink, you're losing that water weight. So when we start to go upright, we are in essence helping that disc have nutrition come in and the waste come out. So when we're slumped over, we're definitely compromising our organs and decreasing the ability of our organs to receive blood flow and oxygen. This harms cell renewal. This also affects our brain. It affects nerve flow to every single organ because we're affecting the spine. And we have all these nerves that come out of the spine. Well, if we're hunched over, we're compromised there. Our lung capacity is compromised. Our liver and the ability to digest our foods. All of this is compromised when we're leaning over. Now, she's kind of exaggerated there. But if we can start to think about keeping our posture upright, all of these spinal nerves also come through to the face and around, that we are, in essence, creating flow to every area of the body. The better that we can detox just through natural ability of the liver, the kidneys, blood flow, nerve flow, that affects your face. So we may think, well, isn't that just more down here? No, it's really that upright version of keeping yourself in your best possible way of having nerve flow, blood flow to every cell. Again, we're talking about cellular rejuvenation. Even though it may be, okay, I've corrected my posture for a week, my face looks the same, give it some time as you start to incorporate all three of these things, plus you start changing your diet and other lifestyle habits, your face will begin to become more youthful and plump and hydrated, and it'll lessen and slow down that rate of aging that can happen. So what are we doing? We're doing daily posture exercises. Another one that I like is very simple. And if you are working at a desk, if you can lay on the floor, especially for you guys that are working at home, you lay on the floor like a cactus, your arms are out, and just allow yourself to melt into the floor. You'll start to open up the chest, and you're like a cactus, and you're just laying there, and breathe, deep breathing for 5 minutes. You're doing many things to help slow down aging, but you're doing that through bringing oxygen to every cell. You're stretching these pectoral muscles that start to shorten over time, and you're lengthening the spine. So it's a good thing. You're doing many good things in one exercise. You can also stretching, movement therapy, my new favorite of all things. This is really bringing back our joint flexibility and joint health, so we feel youthful. Not just stagnant stretching where you're just reaching, but you're actually moving joints. A little bit of strengthening as you're doing it, and it just revitalizes those joints. It's amazing. It's called movement therapy. Strengthening the core, the glutes, the upper back, chiropractic adjustments always. Becoming mindful of how you sit, stand, and sleep. Sleeping on your back is best. Opening your chest, lifting your heart, remembering that 3-step process. Drop your shoulders, bring your chest up a little bit, and bring those abs in tight to support your spine. All of this is helping how fast you age. And then number 3, surprise, surprise, over or underweight. I have a lot to say about this, actually, of course, but being overweight and underweight is significantly accelerates the aging process. So you are affecting your hormones, you are affecting chronic inflammation, and oxidative stress. You are affecting how well your cells absorb nutrition and that they can get rid of their waste. You're affecting cellular repair, cardiovascular strain, and skin health all over the face. Emotional and mental toll. We know that when we're stressed, we say, oh, yeah, the hair grays, but it starts to not only affect at a cellular level, but your facial expressions when you're stressed, depressed, sad, worried, frustrated, angry. All of those facial expressions lead the face down. And when we smile and we brighten up, we are using these. I mean, try holding that for 2 minutes. You're strengthening those muscles. And there's lots of videos on YouTube with facial exercises that you're strengthening your cheek and you're massaging through here. So all of those are in essence helping you at a cellular level. So they're helping the nutrition come in, they're helping hydration come in, oxygen come in, they're helping eliminate the waste, and they're helping you energetically because we are electrical, helping electrical through nerve supply. So all of these things, you see how every cell is dependent upon how you're living and the flow of blood and nerve flow to each and every cell. So one of the things I was going to say about this is when cardiovascular strain, when I started to see a lot of ads from like some of the athletic companies, athletic wear, and they had overweight women as models. Now, this isn't about saying overweight is like body shaming or anything, but we don't want to promote unhealth, because it's not about your weight from a beauty standpoint, who's on the cover of magazine standpoint. It is a health standpoint. It is not healthy for the heart to have to pump all of this extra blood through the resistance of all of the weight, the fat, and that is deeply attributing to cardiovascular stress. It's decreasing oxygen flow to the periphery, to the places away from the heart. And when we're unhealthy, you're going to start to experience symptoms from being overweight. You'll start to experience symptoms of digestive problems. It all leads to poor health. So it's not just, what is socially beautiful, acceptable. It's not about that. It is about the health of the individual. And I want these women to really understand that, yes, we love you regardless of what your weight is. You are worthy and valuable and amazing no matter what your weight is, because your weight doesn't, or your worth and your value and how much you are loved does not depend on any of those things. You are amazing as you are. But from a health standpoint, we want to make sure we're in our ideal weight, give or take 5 pounds, because that is going to let us live our best life. We're going to have a quality of life that we can enjoy life, we can be independent, we can live out our purpose and enjoy, what we're supposed to be doing here on this earth. So, weight. Weaker circulation. What does this lead to? Dull skin, swelling, slower healing. Underbody weight shows premature wrinkles, skin sagging, and weak nails, brittle hair, dry skin. And so even when we're underweight, our skin can start to sag. And what I say to that is, let's get digestion working. Let's get hormones balanced and get our weight in the right ideal weight number. So cells do not receive the building blocks, the 5 requirements I talked about, which is nutrition, hydration, oxygen, eliminating the waste, and the energy flow to the cells. They're also suffocated in toxins. That has to do with the elimination, the lymphatic system. If your body's surrounded by toxins, if you are eating more of, let's say, fast food, simple carbohydrates, meat, fried foods, lots of heavy proteins, heavy oils, you're in essence suffocating those cells with toxicity. So either way, both of these things are slowing or speeding up aging. So what can you do? Well, there's a healthy lifestyle, detox effectively. And the only, our bodies are designed to detox naturally. The problem is the accumulation of toxins that we're bombarded with, that is man-made, that we weren't supposed to be bombarded with, is having us have to do a little extra work in the detoxification area of life. And that means that you have to do a little extra. It's not enough to just allow the liver to detox and cleanse our bodies as we once thought. We're looking at our air, our water, our food, things that are passed through the FDA that should not be. They're highly toxic. They're chemicals all over the place in every area of life. And we have to do the work to help the elimination systems get those out. Balancing hormones naturally comes from a great, healthy, vibrant food diet. We don't necessarily have to manage, well, it depends on how out of balance your hormones are, that we can help with herbs to get you to a balanced state. But diet has so much to do with what your hormones are actually doing. The diet affects the endocrine system. We want effective elimination, meaning your digestion and your lymphatic system, strengthening the endocrine system by the foods that we eat, maybe some herbs to supplement in the very beginning. Liver purification is absolutely necessary. I haven't found anyone that has come through my practice in 25 years that didn't need help in the liver purification department. And it's just, I think, unknown chemicals and toxins coming in that we're not aware of, talking about the air, the water, and just some of our daily life routines. If taking dry cleaning out of the bag, you have toxic chemicals that are within range for you to absorb through your skin. Someone cleans the carpet, you have fumes, paint fumes. You could just go on and on. I know when I first started going to these detoxification through research and standard process, like I left there thinking I have to be in a bubble because it's everywhere. But God knew what was going to happen. He gave us things to help us, help our bodies repair. He gave us the organs. Every single organ we have in our body is necessary and needed. He didn't give us a spare kidney, like, hey, I'll just give you another one in case. No, we have a kidney for one side of the body, a kidney for the other side of the body. So everything God did to design our body is absolutely brilliant, amazing, and necessary. So we need to take care of it. So also our spiritual relationship with God and faith is absolutely a part of our whole health program. So the good news, you can reverse each one of these that's causing premature aging. As I just went through all the different ways you can start to help your body stop aging. And if you want more health, I'm Dr. Kimberly LaHue, a Christian holistic health expert. I'm a doctor that has been in private practice for over 23 years. And if you want help and you're wondering, how can I get a healthy lifestyle, one that is revolving around my preferences, my goals, my body itself, then I invite you to a focused patient strategy session where we dive right in. We'll start to look at what is holding you up and what your next step would be. So I'd love to help you if you desire help. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know it was kind of a lot of information, but I want you to know there's things you can do about it. We're talking about the lymphatic system, in the face, but all around the body is what we really need to do. Our posture, making sure that we are upright, has a lot more to do with our health than we could even get into in this video. And our weight, get to your ideal weight so your body can truly be what God designed it to do, this self-healing organism that we are, that can really do its job when we don't have the extra stresses of overweight or even being underweight, where our body is malnourished and our cells are starving. So thank you for joining me. I will see you on the very next video. Bye for now.